Good morning. Welcome back to the show. Sunday, James Rule XRP. Well, so on yesterday's video, I talked about this guy losing $3 million in XRP, and I got a lot of reactions. I got a lot of comments on YouTube as well as X, as well as other socials. And I'll tell you what, this guy, he made an honest mistake. If you're new to crypto out there, don't get intimidated, but realize that you're 100% responsible for your actions. So we're going to look at several things today. We're going to look at the difference between a cold wallet and a hot wallet when it comes to crypto. Follow me on X at RuleXRP. I am a cryptocurrency teacher. I'm not a financial advisor. I get the news out there. I educate you when I can. And we're going to look at things. So remember this, 99.99999% of crypto theft is user error. I repeat, 99.9% of crypto theft is user error. I get emails every day. I get messages on X every day. James, I've been robbed of my crypto. I don't know what happened. And when it comes down to it, they made some mistakes that got out the keys to their castle. Maybe their recovery phrases. Maybe they clicked on a link and were hacked and somebody took over their computer. You know, G down here says, never store 1 million XRP in a single wallet, cold or hot. That is absolutely correct. And you know, the public knows as this world of crypto evolves and more people start coming into it, we're going to have to continue to teach the crypto teachers. If you have a lot of crypto sitting on a Coinbase or an Uphold or a Binance or whatever, I mean, we're talking $5,000, $10. If you have $20,000 worth of crypto sitting on a centralized exchange, think about it for a minute. What if that exchange crashes? And think about options. iTrustCapital. I have an IRA. I have a premium custody account that is backed by institutional grade custody. There are no monthly fees. It is closed loop. It is called a premium custody account. I can put as many XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever into my premium custody account, and it's safe. I could trade in it 24/7, 365. When I go to take profits, it comes out as cash. It don't come out as crypto. You can deposit crypto into your PCA. You can deposit cash into your PCA. But being a closed loop system, it only comes out as cash and it goes to your bank. So there's no possibility of getting hacked. I've been with iTrustCapital. I trust iTrustCapital. You don't have to worry about any hiccups, any recovery phrases, any passwords, any seed phrases. Check out iTrustCapital. It's free to sign up below and tell them James Rule XRP sent you by. Okay, on this Sunday morning, nothing's really happening. I mean, the market is pretty much at a standstill. Total market cap is $3.75 trillion. Bitcoin is hanging around 107,000, Ethereum 3,900, XRP around the 237 to 240 mark. Nothing much is happening right now, but you know, we're kind of idling right now. You know, with everything going on in the United States and around the world and the shutdowns and everything else, we're kind of standing idle. We're waiting on ETFs. We're waiting on all these amazing things to take place with these financial institutions and major companies and treasuries and all the above. So be patient, people. If you have an opportunity, not financial advice, keep backing up the truck, but be sure to keep your crypto safe. So yesterday, thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people shared this information from this guy that lost $3 million in XRP. You know, he accumulated for 8 years. His retirement was destroyed in a few minutes. And, you know, I really feel for this guy. You know, I'm 58 years old. He's in his 50s. His wife's in her late 50s. And I really feel for them because 5 years ago, I went all in on crypto. And it's safe. I'm keeping it safe. So down here, ELLIPAL responded because this guy used the ELLIPAL wallet. And I use ELLIPAL wallets. They're 100% safe. I use the cold wallets. I do not use the hot wallet option. Right here, they stated that they've been in direct contact with the user and have been doing everything possible to assist. After investigating, we confirmed that the loss occurred because the cold wallet seed phrases were imported into the app, which turned it into a hot wallet. So what this guy did basically is he set up the ELLIPAL wallet on his cell phone. He created the recovery phrases with the device. He wrote down the recovery phrases. A cold wallet is always offline. No one's going to have internet access to your cold wallet. So what he decided to do was take his iPad and duplicate his wallet so he could check out his wallets on his iPad. And when he did so, he chose the hot wallet option on his iPad. And when he did that, he entered his recovery phrases on the internet into that wallet creation, and it duplicated the wallets on the internet. Now, between then and now, there's no telling. He could have gotten an email. He could have clicked on a link. His iPad could have been compromised. You know, when you have a hot wallet to send crypto, all you need is a password. I repeat, when you have a hot wallet on your phone or your device or computer, all you need is a password to send that million crypto wherever. And this is what happens. Somebody got either his password or figured out a way to get his recovery phrases that were entered. We don't know, but I'm going to tell you right now, ELLIPAL is legit. I have an affiliate link. I've been with them for about 5 or 6 years. I keep a lot of my crypto on my ELLIPAL wallets, as well as Ledger, as well as iTrustCapital, as well as the Zaman wallet, as well as many others. I diversify. I split it up. So right here in the ELLIPAL app, if you create an app or create another cold wallet, you connect to the cold wallet on the bottom left here on the ELLIPAL app. And on the right, it says add hot wallet. Do not do this, people. Do not do this, people. And if we go one step further, in the ELLIPAL app, when setting up a hot wallet, they note that this is not the safest option. Read carefully before you make decisions. Right here, to set up a hot wallet on your device, all you need is an account name and a password. I repeat, account name and password. There's no device that you're going to attach, no card that you're going to tap to your phone to make the transactions happen. All you need is a password to send your crypto out of a hot wallet. It says password is used for account management and private key signatures. Very important. We do not save the password for you, so you got to memorize it and write it down. It says hot wallet is not the most secure way to manage assets because it's always connected to the internet, people. We recommend using ELLIPAL Cold Wallet to secure your assets because it's always offline. That's what makes a cold wallet a cold wallet. Nobody can access it. And like I said, ELLIPAL is legit. I love ELLIPAL. It's got a big screen. It's easy to use. But remember, you are responsible for sending your crypto to your wallet, sending it out of your wallet. You're 100% responsible for doing so. And the reason I bring this all up is because Phil Kwok with EZA, he and Dom created EZA. They're teaching developers out there about different ecosystems and blockchains. And he talks about cold and hot wallets, and he talks about seed recovery phrases. They are the keys to your castle, people. Never import them into a hot wallet. This is about a 5-minute video, but I want you to listen up. And it's very important. If you're an OG in the crypto space, if you're new to crypto, this is a lesson that needs to be learned by everybody out there. And I want you to share this YouTube video today with everybody you know that's in crypto. All my local buddies and friends that I used to work with, friends of mine on Facebook, everybody out there, share this video with individuals that are just now getting into crypto. They're starting to accumulate a lot. They are starting to think about getting a cryptocurrency wallet to keep their crypto safe. Have a listen to Phil and soak it up, people.
Hey guys, Phil here, tuning in from London. Pretty much always grey, pretty much always wet. Anyway, a lot of you had questions about cold wallets and hot wallets and how this may have happened or how this did happen. So just to clarify, first of all, the difference between a cold wallet and a hot wallet. A cold wallet is simply a wallet that isn't connected to the internet. So for most people, that is going to be their Ledger or their Trezor wallet, whichever one you choose to use. The simple fact is just that it's not connected to the internet. The reason that's really important is because it means that people can't get access to it as easily unless they physically have access to that. So like they break into your house and they steal your actual Ledger or your Trezor or your seed phrase wherever you are storing that. That's also cold because it's not connected to the internet, as long as you've just written it down on a piece of paper. A hot wallet is one that is actually connected to the internet. So it's one that you might keep in a browser extension, your Chrome extension, or on your phone that you're also using for other stuff. The reason that that is important is because that means that hackers can remotely potentially get access. If you click on the wrong link, you sign the wrong transaction, maybe you even install some malware on your computer, that's how they can get access. So that's just broadly the difference. That's why it's really important to keep things, if you're self-custodying, on a cold wallet rather than a hot wallet. It just reduces the risk to basically, unless people have physical access to your cold wallet. Now, what happened in this situation seems to be, at least according to ELLIPAL, is that this person took their cold wallet's seed phrase and imported it into the hot wallet. And honestly, I was chatting with Dom about this earlier. I do sympathize with him because it's something which is quite easy. What you can do is sometimes when you're setting up a new hot wallet, so let's say you get a new phone or a new computer, your app asks you, do you have an existing seed phrase that you want to import? Do you want to import or do you want to set up afresh? And it's really easy when you're setting up a new wallet just to think, oh, I have an existing seed phrase because I already set it up, right? I have my cold wallet seed phrase. You fish that one out and you then import that into the hot wallet. At this point, you are only as good as your weakest link, right? And so because that seed phrase is also in your hot wallet, it doesn't really matter that you also have it in a cold wallet, because as soon as they get access to that hot wallet, as soon as they get access to the seed phrase that is in there, you're compromised. And it doesn't matter that you also have it on a cold wallet stored somewhere. So that's why it's really important. Cold wallet seed phrase, just keep that separate. Never upload that into a hot wallet. If you have done that, you want to make sure that you switch over. So there you go. And one simple way that somebody posted in the comments to see that, or that might cause you to realize that you've done that, is if you're able to sign transactions through, if you're able to send things from your hot wallet, so for example from your Chrome extension, or from whatever app is connected to the internet, that you can just do it without signing actually on your cold wallet, right? So if you have to use your Ledger, for example, or your Trezor, or whichever cold wallet you're using, if you have to use that in a physical separate device to actually sign a transaction, if you're sending some crypto, for example, then that means that, okay, it is actually that on that other device, right? And you haven't secretly just compromised your whole wallet. Obviously, you could have done it on another device, but I'm just saying, like, as one heuristic for seeing that, or just realizing, right? If you're able just to sign transactions just literally on the device that maybe I'm filming this on, or that you're using and watching this on, then it's on your phone. Your whole seed phrase is on there. But if you have to sign it separately, that's generally the mechanic by which you're able to just sign with your cold wallet. So anyway, I hope that was helpful. I realized that this has gone on for about 4 minutes or so, but there's quite a lot to unpack there. Just make sure that you keep your cold wallet and your hot wallet separate. Don't install or import your cold wallet seed phrase into your hot wallet, and you should be good to go. All right, stay safe, everybody. Remember, crypto, we're at the beginning of this new frontier. Things are a little bit scary, but try and stay safe, stay on top of things, and hopefully this person can get their crypto back. See everybody, I'm just gonna head in.
Perfect. So, short explanation. Whenever you set up a cold wallet, you're going to write down your recovery phrases on a piece of paper. You're not going to take a picture. You're not going to upload anything to the cloud. You're going to write down your passwords and you're going to lock it up in a safe. You're going to lock it up tightly in a safe. What this guy did is he duplicated his cold wallet recovery phrases, imported them into the iPad. Somebody compromised his iPad, knew what the password was, whatever. And, whenever they sent it out of his hot wallet on his iPad, all it required was a password. Whenever you have a cold wallet locked down, I have to have my phone. I have to have my ELLIPAL Titan. They have to work in unison with each other to make the the transaction take place. Be patient. If you're new to this, don't get intimidated. But I highly recommend for long-term storage of cryptocurrency to get a get a cold hardware wallet. ELLIPAL, Ledger, Decent. There's a ton of them out there, but make sure when you order these devices, you are ordering them from the manufacturer. Do not go to eBay and buy a cold wallet. I wouldn't even suggest going to Best Buy. I know Best Buy handles the Ledger line. Order from ledger.com, ellipal.com. I have affiliate links in the description of this video. Be careful. Don't get intimidated. And just learn, soak it up, because you're going to hear about cold wallets and hot wallets and your wallets on the exchange. Say Coinbase. You have a XRP wallet on Coinbase and you got 2,000 XRP sitting in there. Well, they own the keys. You own the crypto. If they get hacked, what happens? So hot and cold wallets are used for different things. Hot wallets can be used for day traders. Say you want to put 1,000 XRP into a hot wallet. You want to send it to Coinbase. You want to trade a little bit. You want to send it back to your hot wallet. That's fine. But if you have 20,000 XRP and you don't have it split up in the safest place possible, like a cold wallet or an iTrustCapital or whatever, just be aware that anything can happen. Anything can happen. So be careful, people. So I promise I'm mentally stable. I've held XRP for over 5 years. As a matter of fact, I've held XRP for over 8 years. And I promise you, I'm mentally stable. In this picture here, this lady with a Twitch, everything that we've gone through in the past 5 or 6 years with governments, with lawsuits, with, as all of these other cryptos were flourishing and XRP stayed around 40 to 60 cents for all those years, I promise I'm mentally stable. Everything's okay. I drink my coffee every morning. I take my medication every day. I'm good. Everything is good. And I'm just trying to be funny when I say this because we have gone through a lot of shit in the past 5 or 6 years. Okay. When Techrium's CEO says that XRP has real utility and the strongest use case in crypto, don't debate. Just listen.
Ripple's a company of really professional people working really hard on this. That's why we chose XRP. We believe in XRP. We're not making a price prediction, but we do believe it's a coin that will have the most utility out there. Bitcoin is a store of value. I agree with Mike McGlone, but I think that XRP has a true use case. There's just no doubt about it. And the Ripple team, from the interaction we've had with them, they're really professional. They act like investment bankers over there. They know what they're doing, and they will make this work.
That's why I'm XRP, baby. Bitcoin to me is a store of value. If it wasn't for Bitcoin, we wouldn't have XRP, XLM, ADA, Flare, VeChain, all the above. Bitcoin is the blockbuster video of crypto. It was the first ever created. It's slow. It don't have any utility. XRP was created to be a better Bitcoin, faster, more efficient. You can send value in seconds. It's called the Internet of Value. You can send the value of XRP around the world in 3 to 5 seconds, and it costs fractions of a penny. That's why all these banks, SWIFT, all these major financial institutions are going to use the XRP ledger because of the efficiency. They're going to be able to charge their customers fees every day, and it's only going to cost them fractions of a penny to make those transactions happen. Do you hear where I'm coming from? Go to xrpl.org. I repeat, xrpl.org, and learn about the XRP ledger, learn about XRP. A buddy of mine I used to work at Coca-Cola with 25, 30 years ago contacted me last night, asked me about, he said he's been watching my videos. I sent him to xrpl.org so he can learn more about what he wants to invest in. Do your research, people, and get excited, but be careful. Watch out for the crazies. Okay, right here I said HODL. This is Larry Fink. He is the CEO at BlackRock. BlackRock has trillions of dollars under management, and all of a sudden, Larry Fink is saying, okay, everything's going to be tokenized. We have tokenization of stocks. We have tokenization of funds. We have tokenization of real estate. Well, right here, Larry Fink is stating that it's not about whether there's a bubble in crypto. It's about being in the market through the cycle. That means holding it out through the highs and lows and highs and lows and being patient. If you bought Bitcoin or XRP at a higher price than it is right now, all you have to do is be patient. You're not going to take a loss unless you sell that cryptocurrency less than you paid for it. Listen to this right here. It's 11 seconds.
It's not about if our market's going up or down. Is there a bubble in crypto or is there a bubble in technology? It's about being in the market throughout the cycle.
Being in the market throughout the cycle, being in digital assets and crypto whenever there's blood in the street, whenever there's fire in the street, whenever the prices go down, whenever the president talks about something, whenever there's things going on around the world that's affecting the prices of your stocks and your crypto. Holding it out, being patient, holding a little bit of green on the side. I do have some cash on the side for emergencies. I am about 95% in crypto, not financial advice, because I made that decision 5 years ago. And yes, it has paid off tremendously and it's still paying off and I'm giving back and I can't take it all with me. So I'm going to give back. I'm giving back, people. Man, be careful, be patient, watch this video again, share this video. The trick to being in cryptocurrency is being patient because many of you out there have 401ks, many of you have stock plans, IRAs, all the above, and you see a little bit of variance. You may gain 4 to 8 to 12% in a year. Well, in crypto, you're going to see extreme volatility. And I explained this to my buddy from Coca-Cola last night. I said, get ready because you are going to experience a roller coaster ride of emotions. It's all about emotions. If you can get a hold of your emotions when it comes to these highs and lows in crypto, you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay because you're going to have to take your Dramamine so you won't get motion sickness whenever XRP goes up to 380 and it goes down to 265 and it goes up to 580 and it goes back down to 175. You're going to get emotionally crazy. You're going to go crazy because you're going to be looking at your phone every day, your computer every day, and you're going to say, okay, where's XRP at? Am I in the green or am I in the red? Am I in the green or in the red? Just be patient, people. Yes, I've had my coffee. I feel good. It's Sunday morning. I'm going to go see mom here in a little bit. We're going to hang out in this beautiful weather. Even my sister's off today. So have a wonderful day. Do your research. Be patient. Be very careful when sending cryptocurrency from one wallet to the other. Make sure that everything matches perfectly. Do a test run. Don't send all of your crypto at one time. And be careful. James Royal XRP is out of here. And don't forget, people, I told you so.